Hi. Before we share with you a few thoughts about where are you, God, let us just quietly reflect in silence in our heart. And let us just ask the God of all faiths, the God of none, to speak to us. In silence, let us become aware of who we are as a child of God. Let us momentarily just seek to listen to God's Spirit of truth speak to our heart. Let us not be afraid to come into that safe place. And with every in-breath, I invite you to be aware of God's love, God's perfect truth for you. And as you breathe in and breathe out, be still. Be still in the knowledge that whatever is happening in your life right now, God is with you. Though He may appear very far from you, His love is all around you, empowering you return to your heart, to listen in silence, and be guided by what He says to you. And a lot of it is about empowering you to take back your power from your oppressor or oppressors, to take back your power and reclaim your divinity as a child of love, and surround yourself with the blue ray of Michael the Archangel, and hold on to that peace, a peace that transcends all understanding. Amen. Where are you, God? Wow. I have asked that question not once, not twice, but many times when my back was to the wall in my life. When I was diagnosed with manic behavior as a result of taking Prozac, when I was incarcerated in a prison van, being taken to prison for alleged offences because of my manic-induced behavior, and I could feel my heart screaming out, my God, why have you forsaken me? But I was in a negative place. I was in an unsafe place. And yes, my back was to the wall because my ego had been crucified. And I recall now, isn't that amazing? In 1995, when I was with my dear friend, Brother Eddie, and we were chatting to a lovely friend of his who was an elderly nun who worked as a volunteer with the Terence Higgins Trust in London. And she was very polished, very well spoken, and she said to me, Sean, you do realize you will be crucified? And I looked at her in disbelief. You will be crucified for exposing HIV and AIDS as an issue here in North Wales. Well, I was just gobsmacked. But at that time, when I heard those words, I was so full of pomp and ego, because I was so well loved and liked for the work I was doing. I was more focused on my reputation as the founder of the Midia's Mercy House Foundation. I was just ego-driven. But then when my dear friend died of cancer and my world came crumbling down around me and I lost my best friend, my heart was broken, my faith was challenged, and my God seemed very far from me. And then I had to face my own demons, many demons, but thank God, though my head was saying to me, and I guess it was the evil one saying, where is your God now? He's abandoned you. Serves you right. Follow me. Follow me. And together we can make some noise. Noise is, when I look back on the last 12 years, I know that my God rescued me when I knelt in the gutter in the pouring rain. And I said, and I was angry at God. I swore at God, forgive me. I did. I swore at God to get off his backside and help me and send me 3 archangels. And he did. And I am here today as a result of my God touching my heart and empowering me to take back my power from the psychiatric services who kept me in a form of bondage for 2 years, where I was just reliving my nightmare every time I went to see a psychiatrist. But thank God, my heart guided me to tell them I need to come away from that. And in a way I was given the strength by my prayer and my love of God to take back my power. And I'm glad I did. Although I did face the threat of a Section 48 for daring to challenge the psychiatrist, but he was more bothered about getting his hand in my drawers with his sexual innuendo. He was more preoccupied about my private life than he was about my spiritual and mental wellness. So it took a lot of courage to stand up and say, I have had enough of this. It's time I moved on, because the facility you're offering me is not helping me. It's actually dragging me down mentally. And each time I would see the psychiatrist for help, I'd spend 2 days in bed. So now I look back and I want to share with you, if you are hurting today, if you are affected by a life-threatening illness, if you are trying to manage depression, and you feel that life is useless, you feel helpless and hopeless, please trust me. Contact me. Let me share with you and give you a free gift, the gift of my prayer and the gift of a free CD download of a recording that I was guided to do that will help bring you back on track. They're not my words, they're what I was given. And the music was channeled, and together they make noise to set you free. So where are you, God? I believe that God is here, and that often God allows us to fall into the gutter, to go into the greatest depths. And then when we can go no further down, the only place is up. But we have to ask. God gave you and me free will. And that is the beauty of loving God. We have the gift to choose yea or nay. I pray that you say, God, come back into my life and give me the strength to face my fear. To face, forgive me, the shite. And the Irish have a way of saying it as it is. And that's how I feel. We have to stop playing a mind game and processing. We have to come as we are. And I can say with my hand on my heart, the life I live is not out of guilt, it's out of love. I've embraced this life as a thank you to God for reaching down and helping me when I was in the gutter, when I did lose everything, when people turned their back on me that I thought were friends, and they labelled me all sorts of names, criminal, convict, but I'm free now. I'm free. Yes, I am. And I want you to be free. Love yourself. Forgive yourself. And come.